So this is one of these things that people start like second guessing Kamala. Oh, you know what? If she had used this verb instead of that pronoun, I mean, no, it's
she left it all on the stage.
She left it all on the stage. She worked hard. She, you know. By the way,
But it's not a partisan phenomenon. Republicans have been in a close, at the end of 2012, are just as deluded. There's the things that happen at the end of races where you think you have the wind at your back. Turns out you're wrong. And that was the case for Republicans in 12, Democrats in 16, right. Democrats this time. Here's the thing that I think we're going to your point about Kamala Harris. This has been obvious throughout, but it will be more obvious as we get further away from it. The degree of difficulty of the situation she was put in was higher than anything I've ever seen in my entire time
from Joe Biden.
She was put in, well, she was dropped into the presidential race in August of the election year and asked to become the nominee when she was still a broadly unknown figure. She did not have the benefit of running a primary, of getting known, of getting the reps in, of doing multiple televised debates, doing any of those things, right? She had to do two things in 3 months that while Donald Trump had to do one. It was like they were running a foot race against each other, and Trump just had to run to the finish line, and she had to run to the finish line while she was baking a cake or something at the same time, or trying to do a crossword puzzle. Or being in a boxing ring where you're also trying to fight your opponent and do a crossword puzzle at the same time. This is the period, the close of these races is when you just need to be in the race. And she was trying to introduce herself to America while beating Donald Trump. So that is, what did she do? She raised an insane amount of money. Her introduction to the country went well. The convention was a success. Her convention speech was a success. And she crushed him in the debate, and she closed stronger than he did. To your point, she hit her marks. Did she make some mistakes? Every candidate makes mistakes, and Trump's mistakes were way bigger than her mistakes, which brings you back to the fundamental question, which is she was the sitting vice president for a president who had been, his approval rating had been hovering in between 38 and 40% for 2 years. No one in the history of the country has overcome those kind of headwinds.
The wrong track
at 75.
Yeah.
Whether you say that, I can argue all day that Americans have misassessed the American economy, but the Americans think the economy under Biden has sucked. They think the country's on the wrong track, and they thought they did not approve of the Biden years. She had all of that weight hanging on her. Yep. And I think when we talk about this, the debate in the party is now going to be, there are going to be people in Joe Biden's world, and this is about to start, in 3, 2, 1. There are going to be people around Joe Biden who will say he should never have quit. He would have beaten Donald Trump, and there are going to be people who say this is all his fault. He should have gotten out after the midterms in 2022 and given his party a chance to have a primary.
That's what historians are going to say.
I agree.
No doubt about it.
I agree with that.
Say.
But we're going to have a fierce debate about that as Joe, as people battle for what the future of the Democratic Party is.